I'm good.
Bad theater.
Hello, Lori. Gentlemen, my name is Rick Hopper, and my business is Readerest. I'm seeking $150,000 in exchange for 15% of my company. I hate losing my glasses. Like many people, I'll spend up to $500 on quality eyewear. And the wasted time and high cost of eyewear replacement is terrible. I've talked to 1,000 people who share the same exact frustrations with losing, dropping, and scratching their glasses. The most common solution people use are these granny chains and ropes that hang around our neck. They're annoying and they look goofy. And nobody wants to be a goofball or a granny. Another option, we hang our glasses in our shirts, stretching out our collars. The next thing you know, your glasses are in the toilet. Have you ever had to fish anything out of the toilet? I have, and it's not pretty, bro. But now there's hope. I call it Readerest. Here's how it works. Take the stainless steel backplate embedded with magnets hidden under your clothes. Stainless steel front clip easily self-centers onto the backplate. You simply hang your reading glasses or your sunglasses. Bam, check it out. I can jump around, swing a golf club, bend over all I want, and they're not going anywhere. Matter of fact, I can take a major tumble, and there they are, safe and sound, as usual, right where I left them, and always within arm's reach. I brought samples so you can feel the power of Readerest. Got a special one for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, mine has
Thanks.
diamonds.
Real diamonds?
Well, you know.
It's a strong magnet, Rick.
Yeah.
So, Rick, 160,000 is what you said for 15%?
150,000.
So, Rick, honey, sweetie, poopsie, you must have a lot of sales.
All right, before he gets to those sales, I just want to throw it out there that look, I used to have glasses, and I got LASIK eye surgery earlier or mid 2021, and I eventually will have to get reading glasses, and I could totally see using this because all of the pain points that Rick has so awesomely pointed out is true with glasses. If you don't wear glasses, well, ding ding for you, because that is one less thing that you have to worry about. And I've worn glasses since I was like grade school. So you're solving a problem. I'm curious as to what the cost is. I'm curious as to what he's selling them for, and where we're going with it. But yeah, I'm gonna say he probably has some sales, given the valuation there. To be able to make, and hopefully he's got a patent to protect this. Now, yeah, we'll see. But first, I just want to point out that the shopsuperjoe.com has got the New Year's sale going on. It ends February 2nd, 2022. It's where you can get your ABCs, your apparel, your books, and your classes all from me. Right now we have the Super 4 book digital bundle. It's $699, 65% off right now if you go over to shopsuperjoe.com.
Well, actually, I started doing sales in the beginning. I was able to generate $65,000 in sales in a market test mode. But here's what happened. Because I was burning through inventory so fast, I had to go back into production mode for the last couple of months.
Do you make these yourself?
Yes. Actually, I have personally hand-glued over 100,000 magnets.
Come on.
You're kidding.
Really?
This is not made in a factory anywhere?
No. Actually, I have a little shop.
How much do you sell this for?
They retail for between $9.99 and $19.99.
For one set?
It's a lot of money.
Yes. Actually, neodymium magnets aren't cheap. It's a high-quality stainless steel.
Right.
And there's labor involved, and you guys know how much packaging costs.
Well, how much does it cost you to make one?
It cost me $1 and a nickel for the basic ones, and around $2 for the one that was with the most of the Swarovski crystals on them.
How did you come up with this?
Well, what I did was I started bending paper clips into different shapes. I have one of my originals right here, one of my favorites. Paper clips bent into different shapes, and epoxied them to magnets, put a piece of metal under my shirt, and I was in business.
And Shazam, old Jed's a
9
millionaire.
months later, I realized I got pestered every day by several people. How do your glasses stand on your shirt? And by the time I explained it to them, they're like, oh my gosh, where do I get one of those? I can't keep track of my glasses.
Is there a patent on this?
Yes, sir. I have a utility patent and a registered trademark on Readerest. I bought the patent from the original owner.
But what did
I thought you said you invented
I thought,
it.
yeah.
I did. Let me explain. I designed the product. I started getting a lot of interest, so I went to do a patent search and was extremely disappointed to find the patent. It was already done. Did a little research.
So you own the patent.
So you bought it.
I went and secured the patent. I own the patent. This is all happening so fast.
What did you pay for it?
$5,000.
You found the guy who invented it. You paid him $5,000.
Yes.
And you own it free and clear.
Free and clear.
So Rick.
Wow. Hold on a second there. We got to talk about that. So, look, so often we get, as entrepreneurs, we get these ideas and, we're like, how do we get it out there? What do we got to do to create it? But, sometimes it really is that simple as just playing around. So my process, whenever I get an idea, like I want to create a new video or new digital product or helping one of the clients that I'm working with on their businesses, I go and I do a Google search, right? And then I use thesaurus.com and I try to find all the other words, try to find every single. I even go to page 2 of Google where you want to hide anything, put it on page 2. I go there and I do my due diligence, right? So you can search patents online. I'm like 98% sure you can, you're able to do that, at least still. That's how a lot of people find out about like upcoming, products from like Apple or Sony or Google or whatever, because they file in Disney. They file these patents all the time, and they, in fact, so much so that people have started to, or the companies have started to not use actual characters. Like say in Disney's example, they don't use actual characters. They don't use it kind of makes it kind of vague because they don't want people to go and find those patents because people are looking all the time for these patents, and then go and utilize that to figure out like what's the next ride that's being installed at a Disney World park or a Disney park, right? What's the next thing that's going to come out, and what franchise might not even be known about yet, and they're already using it, or what upgrades to what rides and how it's going to be used and all that. So it creates a lot more speculation, but that is awesome. That is incredible that Rick was able to get it free and clear for $5,000. Because I'm sure that patent probably cost probably about that amount, if not $10,000, unless they filed it for themselves to be able to get it themselves. So ding ding for putting in the work, the research, and there is I don't know if it's a theory, there's like a thing out there that's like once an idea is out there, it becomes easier for other people to get the same idea, and even though they might never have seen it, they just know, right? It's kind of like one of the theories behind why there's pyramids all over the world is, these people never met each other. They never, ever saw each other. But they knew all these different cultures happen to build pyramids in one shape, one form or another. So it's like there's this global there's actually a global consciousness dot. If you go and check that out, where it's this idea of proving a theory that we're all one consciousness, and during massive events, it all comes up a certain way in these random number generators and things like that. It's a whole rabbit hole. Anyway, so you can go check that out if that's your jam. But I love the fact that he was able to get it for $5,000. That's awesome.
I would say to you, I acquired a patent for $5,000, but I'm going to value my company to you at $1 million. You see anything wrong with that?
Yes, absolutely. No investor likes to speculate and take risks at that level, and I completely understand that. And my argument to that would be, in a very short period of time with very little effort, I generated $65,000 in sales. The potential, when I'm in 5,000 stores, it equates to $6 million a year in gross profits. And one of the reasons I'm here, it's a strategic partner, and I'm willing to give more percentage of my company.
I forgot. We have to give you the 150, and then we have to work too.
No, you don't. Actually, with your connections.
Information is the most valuable commodity in the world. So now you want us to give you the money, work, and then pass off our connections.
Yes, actually, no.
And I am out.
Wow. Yeah. So I mean, that's in most cases, though. They, these people come to Shark Tank, Damon. They're looking for connections. They're looking for shortcuts. Maybe they're looking for money. But when you all right, so I get Damon's point of like, oh, you spent $5,000 and now you're gonna value $7 million. I get it, but he already has proven the concept. It was the patent is effectively worthless, or at the bare minimum what you paid for it out of the gate. But then you go and you start getting sales behind it, and you go and you figure out, how do I actually make this thing? How do I actually make it so that I can produce 100,000 of these? Which, more power to Rick. That's amazing that he was able to go and figure all that out and make it work. But it's kind of shortchanging the whole patent. I mean, even just the process of going through finding that patent and then going and producing it. I mean, if that's the case, it should be super easy for any of you watching right now. Take $5,000, go to the patent.com, USPatentService.com or whatever it is, and or it's probably like USPatents.gov. And go find patents for things like, random patents, and just say, ooh, can I go buy this? And then see if you can buy it and turn it into a product. And then once you do that, you actually do the work. That's where more of what it's actually, potentially worth comes into play.
Here's the thing. I have a question. You're not a salesperson. Would you say that's not really your strength?
I wouldn't consider myself. I create things. I've been designing little things since I was 13 years old.
So you're an inventor, but maybe not a good marketer, good
True.
Salesperson. So you really need somebody who will come in and take over and make this work for you.
Exactly.
Real quick, I just want to say, good on Rick for being honest too. Rick could have came in and said, yeah, the guy wanted, $30,000 or $50,000, $100,000 for this patent, and I was like, well, this is like a big chunk of my life savings. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I kind of believe in it. I'm going to go for it. So, you're investing in a partner that's truthful, and there's a lot to be said for that.
Okay, I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to make you an offer for $150,000, but I need 65% of the company. And I'll get this on TV, and I'll make you a millionaire. Because the minute you walked in here, I knew that this was a winner. I think it's a great product, and I want to help you to make this a huge success. But I think you need someone like me. This sitting on a store shelf is just going to sit and die. You need somebody who's going to show this all the time, and TV is the perfect medium to show this.
And the product demonstrated, it brings it to life. You're right. The product sitting on a shelf like that, I believe retail will be a difficult avenue for this product. However,
I have the background in which to get this to infomercial and on TV. So are you in or are you out?
Is that my only offer?
Are you in or are you out?
Got a counter.
I'd like to counter.
What do you counter?
I would like you to consider 49% of the company.
No.
I'm a little gun shy in giving up total controlling interest of the company without a complete buyout option with royalties.
All of a sudden, you got smart.
Oh, he just became a businessman.
Whoa, how'd that happen?
I think he was always a businessman.
Whoa.
Well, I
you
did
seem
design
a little scattered, my friend, and all of a sudden, when money comes to the table, you get crystal clear.
Look, Rick,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the perception of a guy walking in, then doing bad theater, tripping over the rug, and as he walks in. That perception shift can play on people's what they think of you out of the gate, judging a book by its cover. I'm not a big TV guy. I mean, obviously we're watching Shark Tank here, but I don't watch a lot of like nonfiction TV or fictional TV, I should say. And I really have gotten a lot out of watching Ted Lasso and that Walt Whitman quote. I mean, I live not far from the Walt Whitman Bridge, and that the house that Walt Whitman lived in. And the quote by him, be curious, not judgmental. and Be Curious, Not Judgmental really stuck with me, and I feel like it's a good opportunity for us all to check ourselves and be more curious than judgmental, especially when you're seeing somebody play bad theater, walking into the tank.
Now that we're talking about real money, let me tell you where I stand. At best, I saw this as a knick-knack that was sold at gas stations and places like that. I'm not seeing the value that Lori is. I'm out.
But you can totally, this totally sells itself at any CVS, Walgreens, any drugstore that sells reading glasses. You put it right there. You get the $10 price tag. It's like, oh yeah, I'm spending this bit of money. I'm gonna grab a easier way to hold my glasses like that. It just makes sense to me. The high end side makes sense as well. Probably more than $20.
I look at it and say, $1 million valuation for a little piece of metal with 2 magnets on it? That's sheer insanity. I'm out.
That's just...
Mark, what are you doing?
I'm processing.
While he's processing, I want you to give me an answer.
Are you shutting out Cuban?
Before he speaks again. I need an in or out.
This is brutal. Lori, can I please have just 1 second here? Because I would love to do business with you, but this company is going to make a lot of money.
Let me help
here's
you.
the thing.
Let me help
I'm going to make you a
Let
lot
me
of
help
money.
you.
Wait, Mark, wait. I'm going to make you a lot of money. I'm going to get this on TV. You know I have the audience. You know I have millions of viewers that already watch my show on QVC.
Rick, baby, is this
they
not your
love
moment?
Everything
This is my
that
one
I
big
bring
chance.
them.
I love this.
This is perfect for
Wait, Rick, feel the karma.
feel the karma.
65% though. That's so much. That's so much. That's such a too much to. I don't know that I could do it. I mean, look, it was a $5,000 flyer, right? That he took. So, but the odds of him being able to do that again are so low, but the sky is so high. Like the ceiling on this is so high.
What a moment.
What a moment. Take it,
Can
grab
I
it, because I
please
could
hear
walk.
what Mark has to say?
I know, you know what?
If I walk, you lose the TV, and the TV isn't easy for Mark.
Actually, I own 2 TV networks, so that's
Yeah,
not
but
the problem.
they're not home shopping networks.
But I'm
Remember
going to
that.
help you, Rick, because I like you.
I help you by giving you a commercial break.
Dollars for 65% of his company. But he first wants to hear what Mark has to say.
I'm going to help you, Rick, because I like you. There are better options. And for that reason, I'm out.
Ooh, and then there was one.
And then there was one. So it was $150,000 for 65% of the company.
Would you consider
Take it or
is that your
leave it.
flat dead only
It's
offer?
my flat dead, but you're gonna be happy.
Rick, baby, what do you do?
You know, 35% of
a watermelon.
$10 million is very exciting to
And
me.
it beats gluing them in your garage. You're not gonna have to do anything but sit back and watch the money roll in.
Lori, you got a deal. I'd love to do this.
Wow. Congrats, Lori. Congrats.
Thanks. Great idea.
Thank you.
Very cool, Rick.
Thank you, guys.
We're gonna check out his website
Been a
in a
blast.
second here.
Piece of metal with 2 magnets just got $150,000. Congratulations.
What are you
That's
gonna do?
America for you.
Just
That's
watch a
America.
guy go from zero to a millionaire in the Shark Tank.
Right.
Congrats.
Let's rock, Lori.
We're gonna rock.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
This guy took $5,000 and made it $1 million idea in less than 6 months. Have you ever done anything with eyeglasses?
Actually, I've sold over $20 million worth of reading glasses.
So you can just bundle this.
So I can just bundle this with some readers.
As soon as he walked in here, you knew that. We have no chance. Mark, can we switch seats?
35% of my company is not what I wanted to be left with, but when Lori looked right into my eyes and said, I'm going to make you a millionaire, I believed her.
Yeah, and I mean, and she, likely has. Rick, I would absolutely love to have you come here on the show and talk about your Shark Tank experience. So please reach out in the comments below. You seem like an awesome, genuine guy, and I would love to have a chat and interview you. Anyway, so this is the website as of today. We say we got a video here with Rick still in it, so he's still in it to win it. They're still selling them for $9.99, even with the Swarovski crystals, $9.99. Wow, that's a bit surprising. They got reading glasses. They even them are like $20. They look pretty good. Look pretty good here. Still got the Shark Tank going on. Is this what is this just photos? Oh, this just links back to the homepage. I wasn't sure if this was this is over, I guess, Grand Canyon here. I wasn't sure if that took you to your social media. So your social media isn't linked here that I could find. So I had to go and dig it up. But here is the Readerest Instagram. It's been a little while since anything's been posted. 77 weeks ago, 512 followers. A little bit of engagement. I mean, Rick, it seems like you should have a pretty good, you have a great personality. So it seems like you should be hitting up that social media a little bit more. Here's the YouTube channel. With a handful of videos, so they have like 72,000 views. All right, 77 subscribers. Good to see. And you got your own Amazon store here. So I'm curious. Let's see if we go to Magneto Horrors, you get a 1-pack. What do we got for reviews here? We got 3,746 reviews. Very cool. Great to see. And 5 stars, right? 4.6 out of 5 stars. Very good. 2019, they had a defective glue. The thing is I really am disappointed that Amazon still, will not let people respond to the reviews that they get. It's really disappointing to me that the people who sell things can't respond to those reviews. Hopefully he was able to go and it's such a cheap product, just send them another pair. It's not a big, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, Rick, please drop a comment down below. Like Tori over here says, love seeing your real-time reaction to the show, and it's really nice to hear your positive feedback and fast problem-solving skills. Ding, ding for that. Thank you so much for watching, Tori. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you continue to enjoy as much as I possibly can, as these are shot in real time, on the fly, and that's the way I intend to keep it. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care and be super.